this is Laura from LiveVisions.com, and I wanted to give you some information on, I just put out a video on career in the signs. Whatever house cusp that was in, that'll give you information on what career would be. And your career houses are your earned income houses, your second house, your work environment. It's also health too. Sixth house is also health. But that's going to give you an indication about the work environment. And the 10th house is your pinnacle of your career, okay? So the last video we went through the cusps of each house, and by what sign that was in, it told you a little information, a little tidbit of what kind of job that you would have or what kind of field you'd be working in. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into planets. So if you have any planets in any of these particular planets in the second house, the 6th house, or the 10th house, it adds a little bit more to what you already learned in the last video, and it gives you more information about career. So hopefully this helps you out. Okay, now if you have your sun in the 2nd house, 6th house, or the 10th house of career, you probably are looking to be in a career of authority, maybe a politician, a scientist, a leader in some way, a director, or government employee. Okay, you could be a doctor or also a jeweler. Okay, now I want to say with the sun there, it's going to be like your focus. You know, wherever the sun is, there's always a focus on a chart too. So keep that in mind. Moon. Now, if you have your moon in the 2nd house, 6th house, or 10th house, it can show you this about your career, that you could go into nursing, working with the public, women, children, traveling, marine, cooks, restaurants, import or export is seen with the moon. Now, if you have Mars in your 2nd house, 6th house, or 10th house, this could show career fields with fire, could be a fireman or a firewoman, energy, metals, initiative, weapons, constructions, soldier, police, surgeon, engineer, or even like an iron worker. Okay, now if you have Mercury in the 2nd, 6th, or the 10th house, your career could be something with the intellect, writing, teaching, merchandise, clerks, accountants, editors, transportation, or an astrologer. Okay, now if you have Jupiter in the 2nd house, 6th house, or 10th, it can show this about your career. You could go into finance, law, treasury, scholars, priests, politicians, advertising. You could be a psychologist or humanitarian. Now, if you have Venus in your 2nd house, 6th house, or 10th house, you could go into things that, you know, are more pleasuresome fields, you know, luxuries, beauty, art, music, entertainment, sex industry, hotels, any of those fields. And yeah, I have artists there. I was going to say artists too, yeah. You could be a designer too, like interior design, any kind of the artsy, little fartsy fields, you know. Okay, alrighty, and now the next one is Saturn. If you have Saturn in the 2nd, 6th, or the 10th house cusp, you could have a career dealing with the elderly, the aged, you know, senior citizen home maybe. You can maybe, and also this would have to do with death, the ending of something. So you could work maybe as a funeral director, or maybe you own a funeral home, or you could deal with real estate, labor, just the labor field, agriculture, building trades, mining, and you could be a monk. This one. So, yeah. Now, if you have Rahu, also known as the North Node, you could be a researcher, engineer, physician, medicine / drugs, like a pharmacist, or I want to say too, maybe, well, I was going to say like yeah, chemist, researcher, but yeah. Speculator, aviation, which like a pilot, electricity, or you could deal with waste, like waste management. Okay, if you have Ketu, which is your south node, in the 2nd, 6th, or the 10th house, your career field could be anything like that's idealism, entertainment, religion, secret affairs, poisons, or metaphysics. Okay, now if you have Uranus in the 2nd, 6th, or the 10th house, you could be a scientist, an inventor, great with computers, astrologers, lab technicians, electronics, any of those fields. Now, if you have Neptune in the 2nd, 6th, or the 10th house, you could be a photographer, movies, marine, oil, pharmaceutical, psychic, or poets. Psychic, very much so, because Neptune, you just pick up people's energy like there's nobody's business. And I want to say too, I'm going to say that this could be something that's, you know, Neptune is a creative sign too. Not only is it spiritual, so you could also be like, you know, a singer, or you could be a writer, or you could also be a musician. You know, that's another thing. Now, if you have Pluto in your 2nd, 6th, or the 10th house cusp, you could be a researcher, an investigator, insurance. You could be a psychiatrist, death, anything to do with death, like, you know, like I said, funeral homes or something like this. Longevity related technology, and espionage. Espionage, they actually have that here. But yeah, so Pluto's a very secretive sign. It's like, you know, it really wants to investigate things that are hidden, you know, which is why research would be, or psychiatry would be, or like maybe, you know, you could be, oh, this would be really good too for a forensics. Like you want to figure out what happened to somebody, or what is that person, that when you die, they do the autopsy on you and they figure out what your death was, your cause of death. I forget. I don't know why I'm not thinking of the word today, but you would be good at that too. So anyway, I hope this gives you a little bit of more insight as far as what you may be doing as far as, you know, work and any of these houses. It just adds a little bit more flavor to the house itself. You know, planets in there give you a lot more meaning. Anyway, I will be doing a video next on the career basis, the ruler of that house, what sign that falls in. So we're gonna do careers by house next, and that should be interesting. All right. Well, I hope you like this video. Let me know, and I hope you subscribe if you haven't, so you can get more cool stuff. And I'm having classes soon too. So sign up. All right. Talk.